What's going on, comic book movie fans? My name is Jonathan. This is Comic Book Cinema, and today we're going to discuss the future of the DCEU, and more specifically, DC's 10-year plan. So recently, DC and Warner had an investor call where they basically discussed the future of the DC universe on screen. Some key things to take away here is how they specifically mentioned their 10-year plan and how it was specifically modeled after the success of the MCU as brought to them by Kevin Feige. So just to bring everyone up to speed, Discovery recently purchased Warner Brothers. And along with that came the firing or the letting go of their former CEO and bringing on board David Zaslav, who is the CEO of Discovery. And David Zaslav has been very quick to axe projects that don't meet their quality standard. A lot of people were upset that DC canceled the Batgirl film when it was so far in development, and they had literally gotten to the point where they had spent close to $100 million making this movie. The budget kept ballooning and ballooning because they were making lots of reshoots to try to improve this film. Now, I haven't seen the movie, but there were a lot of sources, not just a few, but a lot of different sources saying that this movie was literally awful. And it makes a lot of sense. Being that Discovery just purchased Warner Brothers, they're still in this phase where they can cancel the production of a film, no matter how far along it is, and get a tax write-off. So how bad must this film have been for them to literally cancel it so far in development and elect to receive a tax write-off for it instead of trying to put it out in theaters to make some of their money back? In this investors call, even David Zaslav said that this film did not meet the quality standard that Warner and DC want to have moving forward. I really think that this is the start of a great new era for Warner Brothers and DC. Think back to 2008, think back to 2010, when Warner Brothers was giving us the Dark Knight trilogy. How at that time, DC films were looked at in a whole different lens than they are now. They weren't giving us lots and lots of content, but the content that they were giving us was amazing. I'm not personally a huge fan of The Dark Knight Rises, which is the third Dark Knight film in that trilogy, but a lot of people loved it. And there's no denying that the quality of The Dark Knight Rises is by far head and shoulders higher than a lot of the stuff that we've gotten recently. Birds of Prey comes to mind. First Suicide Squad is another great example. So like I was saying, I think that this is a really good sign that Warner Brothers is putting quality first. They realize that if they continue to give us crap movies, it affects their reputation. And it affects us whether or not we're going to come to the theaters to go see their films. And they even made the comment, we're not going to put out movies just to make a quarter. And they're not talking about change here, okay? They're talking about recently when Warner's released one of their films that was crap, and they knew it was going to be crap, but the CEO at that time wanted to release the film anyway just so that he could get his quarterly bonus. Yeah, Zaslav said, that's not happening anymore. From now on, we're going to put our foot down, and we're going to make sure that all of our content that we give you guys is top-notch quality. And they also mentioned how they literally have the 3 biggest superheroes. Guys, this is what I've been saying for the longest time. DC has the 3 most popular superheroes ever put on screen. They have Wonder Woman, they have Batman, and they have Superman. Why would you not start to build your universe around those 3 so well-known, so famous superheroes? Build your universe with strong foundations, just like Marvel has done. Then you can start getting into more obscure characters and, maybe starting to delve more into derivative characters that just so happen to be female versions of the male characters. But that's another story for another day. What do you guys think? Do you think that the DC films now, after this news that we've gotten, are actually going to improve? By the way, we're not going to see these improvements with Black Adam or Shazam 2, or even the Aquaman. All these movies are mostly completed already. I feel like this is something that's going to truly affect the films that we start to see in the next 1.5 to 2 years. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook. You can also find us on TikTok and Instagram at Real Comic Book Cinema. Until next time, have a good one.